Hi, I'm Sherri, Jerome, and welcome to Real Songs. This is our first episode. And what Real Songs is a Songwriters film collective. And so basically we pick out a film and then everybody goes off and watches it on their own time and has about a month to turn around an original song inspired by the film. So for the first episode, we picked Licorice Pizza. And Licorice Pizza was written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. It was put out in 2021. And it's basically a weird love story that takes place in the 70s in San Fernando Valley. And I really loved how it was shot, really captured that period of time. So Licorice Pizza was a record store chain in the LA area in the 70s and 80s. That is where the film got its name from. But I was waiting for the pizza to show up in the movie with licorice all over it, but it didn't happen. The actual record store got its name. There's two stories. One I heard was that Abbott and Costello, who, if you don't know who they are, they were a comedian duo way back in the day. And they had a sketch where they were in a record. They were trying to sell records in a record store. I guess they bought a record store. They were selling vinyl, and they were not doing very good. So they made the joke that they could put cornstarch on the bottom of it and sell it as Licorice Pizza. And then another story I heard was there was this duo, a folk duo called, I believe, Bud and Travis. And for whatever reason, maybe it was because of Abbott and Costello, but because who came first? They called vinyl Licorice Pizza. So there you have it. We're going to get going on the show here. So I hope you enjoy the songs and show the trailer too. So you guys can get caught up if you haven't seen it. So don't mind me. I'm a little bit hungry. So I'm going to have a little snack while we roll the trailer.
It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair.
I met the girl I'm gonna marry one day.
But her mommy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go.
Listen, young lady.
But her friend is nowhere to be seen.
So how'd you become such a hotshot actor?
She walks through her
I'm a showman. That's what I'm meant to do.
to the seat with the clearest view. Then she's hooked to the silver screen.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Do you know who my girlfriend is?
Barbra Streisand?
Barbra Streisand.
Sand.
Sand, yeah, like sands. Like the ocean, like
Barbra
beaches.
Streisand?
No, like Streisand.
Sand.
But the film is a sad thing for.
This is fate that brought us together.
But she's lived it 10 times or more.
Our roads took us here.
She could spit in the eyes of fools.
You're not my director.
They ask her to focus on.
Do you really want to see my boobs?
Can I touch them?
See you tomorrow.
Fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go.
I think it's weird I hang out with Gary and his friends all the time.
It's the freakiest
I think it's weird that I hang out with Gary and his 15-year-old friends all the time.
Take a look at the long man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know
I'm not gonna forget you.
who's in the best-selling show.
Just like you're not gonna forget me.
Is there life
Kruse.
on Mars?
Roll sound. Roll camera A. Roll camera B. Marking. Action. And coming Nancy!
Hello?
Hi, I'm Tim Kruse, here in Monte Cristi, Dominican Republic. Excited to share with you my song that I wrote following the watching of Licorice Pizza. Thank you to Sherri for putting this group together, and I'm excited to hear all of our songs played together. To share a little bit about the artistic process, I watched the movie Licorice Pizza, and one of the things that stuck out to me from it was it kept like moving and going, and there was several scenes of running, and I even read an article about it afterwards that says something about how some of the scenes are almost like a memory, is that what the writer and cinematographer was going for. And it was very much that way. It's like, well, how did that just happen? Like there was breaks in time that you didn't really understand what was going on, but it was really neat because the character development was so excellent. It was just a really good job of seeing that. So I wanted to keep that movement in the song. I listened to the soundtrack for Licorice Pizza, and a couple of songs that stuck out to me were Peace Frog by the Doors, and then Life on Mars by David Bowie. So I don't know if it's quite derivative, but the beginning is very Doorsy, a little bit darker lyrically, like a Jim Morrison vibe, and kind of like the Peace Frog, blown on the streets, like there's very much that way. And so one of the main tags of the song is spread it all over LA, and so it's kind of like that little attitude going through the beginning of the song. And then to play off a little bit of David Bowie, as I think about Bowie, think about Life on Mars and some of his other songs, he's modulating keys kind of all over the place. And so I don't know exactly how he does it. I don't know if he's more intentional or just more gifted in that, whatever the case might be, but I tried to modulate in the second half of the song, kind of slow it down, because the two main characters have a really neat romantic, almost like it's romantic relationship. And so kind of I wanted to put a little bit of that feel into the song for the second half. And the first part of the song is very much like just spread everything all over LA, like this whole misogynistic and glitzy and glamour, and I use the word John Wayne in the movie, or in the song I use the word John Wayne, and kind of like this whole like, this is Hollywood, this is LA. Here all these brand new markets coming on, like waterbeds and pinball arcades and all these different types of things that were developing in kind of the Wild West of the 70s business world. And so like I wanted to contrast kind of that attitude and kind of like the losing of innocence with, well, what's it look like to kind of stop, slow down, and observe. And so the second half of the song is more like, well, it's observing what's going on. What is the true American spirit? And kind of my point of the song is, in the end, is like, if we stop, we'll eventually want to at least take a step away or beyond kind of that, very much like I don't know if you call it a vortex or whatever, of a suffocating culture, like I think the LA lifestyle could potentially be for some people. So here is the song. Foam on the Golden Coast, your Bowie and I butter up that toast and spread it all over LA. Spread it all over LA. Is that a hair in your crystal ball? Didn't miss the mold, you make an egg crack ball. We'll spread them all over LA. Spread them all over LA. Pardon my bleach blonde smile, but they pay me well just to swear with style. Sweet mama, please buy my waterbed. Swim my little fishy, give me something for the shark locked in my head. Take a lick of my Cadillac rust, mix it up with your pixie dust, and spread it all over LA. Spread it all over LA. Got a camera stuck on your big June nose and a good long run in your pantyhose. Spread it all over LA. Spread it all over LA. Ooh, go on and kiss John Wayne. Chalk your star on your scar of fame. Sweet Mary, look, I got my ticket stubs. I'll get to where we'll slide through hell and never tell in heaven's pearly hot tub. Say it twice that you're gonna be mine. Blood is fine on a Valentine. Spreading all over LA. Spreading all over LA. I say it twice that you're gonna be mine. Virgin blood on a Valentine. Spreading all over LA. Spreading all over. forever. Maybe die tonight. You in your pink sombrero with me atop a stoplight, looking down on Abbott Kinney. Isn't it funny? I see the ghost of a buffalo caught in the smoke of your American spirit. American spirit. And it floats away from the boulevard, flies over the boardwalk. It finds the original silver screen of cloud and sea. Beyond the reach of palm-lined streets, spreading all over LA, spreading all over LA, spreading all over LA.
How have I never seen you before? How have we never met?
Stop talking so much, Slimy.
I met the girl I'm gonna marry one day, Greg.
Oh, yeah?
And you're gonna be my best man.
Don't be creepy, please. I'm cooler than you. Don't forget it.
I don't need you to tell me whether I'm cool or not, old lady.
What was that?
I said
What was that
milady.
then?
I said milady.
What was
My
that?
lady. I don't need you to tell me whether I'm cool or not.
You're not cool, and your breath smells.
Here comes Kid Valentine, tries hard to impress, primed up like some Romeo, and he's easy to dismiss. Snappy repartee and dancing eyes belie his tender age. I won't play the chaperone, I want a man to call my own. Charmed and restless, this boy's got some game, and lightning don't strike twice, you know, and nothing feels the same. Hair so debonair, turn around to see a crooked smile and confidence, and my young heart skips a beat. Out of my league and over my head, but I'm man enough to measure up. All I need is bide my time, give this woman a chance to catch up. I'm charmed and relentless, you know I'm on my game, 'cause lightning don't strike twice, you know, and nothing feels the same. chips are down, I come running back, running back, running back to you. We're charmed and we're restless. We're not playing a game, and lightning don't strike twice, you know, and nothing, no, nothing, nothing, no, nothing, no, nothing, nothing feels the same.
I'm not gonna forget you. Just like you're not gonna forget me.
Hello everyone, Mike Vadova here. It's so nice to see you. It's so nice to see so many beautiful faces staring at the screen right now. I can't believe you're watching this. I can't believe it. It's fucking great. What a crazy time we live in. It's so nice to be here. So, now Licorice Pizza. I watched the shit out of this movie, and you may have seen it. You probably have if you're watching this, but we all know the central driving force behind this movie is this connection between Gary Valentine and Alana. They have this crazy adolescent crush on one another. I know that Alana is like 20 years older than Gary, but he doesn't seem to mind. He's got sort of this swagger behind him and this irrational confidence that sort of comes out of nowhere. And she kind of gets swept off her feet a little bit, even though she doesn't really want to, yet she does. So it just seems like a classic adolescent love story where people have crushes on one another and they don't know what to do, so they just, like, you know, they do stuff and get mad and get jealous, but they also have good times and smile. Anyhow, that's why I wrote you a love song. A love song inspired by Licorice Pizza. It's called The Way You Run, because there's lots of running in the movie. Here we go. Here we go. The truck ran out of gas, now we're rolling down the hill. Going backwards is a thrill. Your hands are on the wheel. You keep steering me away from how I feel about you. I know you'll come around, even though you're sure you won't. You can be my chaperone. I'm not as old as you, and I can't believe you're showing me your boobs. I might be waiting for a day that will never come, but I like the way you run. You want to change the world, it revolves around me and my new pinball machines. The best thing I can do is anything that keeps me
I might be waiting for a day that will never come, but I like the way you run. You're gently falling for my crazy shenanigans. I just gotta say, I like the way you run.
Need 3 wingback chairs from the bar. I need a bottle of Everclear. I need plenty of grease from the kitchen. And I want you to meet me on the 8th hole by the sand trap. 2 minutos. Pronto. Apúrase. Burning daylight. Oh, Jesus.
I was going to write a song about the love story, but then I just was fascinated with the locations, especially the Tail of the Cock, which was the restaurant was frequently visited by movie stars. And the motorcycle scene was supposedly based on a true story, but it was Evel Knievel who did the jump. And Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton were supposed to be hanging out there all the time. So anyway, I incorporated some of that stuff into this song. I hope you like it. Cruising around the valley, roads clips on the console, GTO's cranking out some good time rock and roll. So searching, just along for the ride. Round another corner, now we're bringing it in curbside. I went walking along Ventura Boulevard, I'm on the highlights and the movie stars. Gotta hang up for a bite to eat. Ducked into the tail of the car, right around 9 o'clock. Scoped it out to find myself a seat. Though it was dimly lit, I could still see that I was surrounded by some good company. And the valley was so dreamy in 1973. A new golden age filled with ingenuity. I was taking in all the scenery just to see who might be seated by me when I came across Hollywood royalty. Seated to my right, they were coming down off of a nasty fight. John Peters was sharing his misery, all about his soggy bottom waterbed delivery. Yeah, the valley was electric in 1973. The golden age of pinball wizardry. I was sitting down at the tail of the cock at the stroke of 12 o'clock when it won Robert Craig Knievel. He was fishes through the wind on tango raging when he decided to jump the shark. Evel Knievel was wearing a snow-white jacket, and nobody knew him out of his red, white, and blue. There's gonna be a breakdown, a shakedown on the playground, a shutdown, meltdown before before this night is through. Yeah, there's gonna be a breakdown, a shakedown on the playground. I shut down that town before this night is through. Well, there you have it. It was the first episode of Real Songs. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. And leave us your comments in there if you have any suggestions. If you are interested and you want to get involved, let us know. And we'll see you next time. I really like it when they have slices available too. Strolling